We're here with Derrick Pieters, APR Fellow and National President of the Canadian Public Relations Society, who's here for the Public Relations Society of America 2007 International Conference. I have a couple of questions for you. It's great to see you here from the north.
Well, I'm very pleased to be here. It's a great conference.
There's some initiatives that you guys are taking with PRSA, and I just wanted to talk to you about them for a moment. But first I want to ask you, you have an accreditation in Canada, is that right?
Yes, we do.
Yes. And how is that accreditation strengthening the profession, do you think, between both North America and Canada?
Well, accreditation is a very important part of public relations practice. It is one way that we have of attesting to the skills and competencies of public relations practitioners. And since 1987, we have had a reciprocal agreement with the PRSA to acknowledge each other's credentials.
So that's through the Global Alliance. And how is the Global Alliance strengthening accreditation overall, do you think?
The Global Alliance is a much larger collection of international organizations, including the PRSA and the Canadian Public Relations Society. And through the Global Alliance, we have a system of reciprocity where we examine the credentials of members of the Global Alliance, and based on what we find, and we can accept their credentials. They may have accreditation programs, and it would allow practitioners from those countries to practice in the United States, in Canada, and have their credentials recognized at the same level that our credentials would be recognized in those other countries.
Right, and as you know, of course, Canada and America are not the only players in North America. There's also Mexico. So what's happening with the Mexicans in this particular kind of agreement?
We would certainly like to have the Mexicans included, and it is something that we would like to discuss with our colleagues in the PRSA and to take it further, and we can both, I think, approach the Mexicans and determine if they are interested, and if they are interested, at least from the Canadian point of view, and I certainly hope from the point of view of the PRSA, that we would like to include them in the North American community of public relations practitioners.
And how do you think that's going to benefit the whole North American corridor?
It would strengthen it in terms of the practice of public relations professionals, because there would be mutual agreement on the skills and competencies and the way in which public relations is practiced, bearing in mind the cultural differences that exist among the countries.
Yeah, and do you think that those cultural differences will make it really hard for us to have a common, like, say, marketing campaign for credentialing in North America?
No, it'll probably make it easier, because understanding is one of the key things that's important in building bridges, and that is the underlying part of practicing public relations.
Well, Derrick, we're really glad that you came down here to join us for the conference, and thanks for taking a few minutes with me.
Thank you.